Film Festival number 44. What's it been like? How excited are you?
We are very excited. Yes. Yeah. It really feels like a vibrant year. Everything is, knock on wood. Everything's going really well. Ticket sales are really, really exciting this year. We have lots of events back. Yeah, it just feels like a really buzzy year.
Maybe just a word about some of the films that are screening and some of the attendees.
At the film festival, we love to celebrate local work alongside some of the standout international titles from all over the world. So our opening night gala is the film Sharp Corner, which is by Nova Scotian writer-director Jason Buxton. It's a second feature. It was shot all in Nova Scotia. It's a bit of a thriller, so it's a bit of a domestic thriller, a bit creepy. It's about this couple that buy a new house and they discover there's a sharp corner right outside their home, and they discover that there's people are having car accidents all the time, basically on their front lawn. And they get kind of obsessed with it and go down a bit of a psychological rabbit hole.
What does it mean for you to see the excitement around Halifax and the surrounding area? You know, it's such an economic spinoff for the area,
Yeah.
but it creates such a buzz as well. What does that mean to you and to the festival?
We've all seen post-pandemic Halifax is really growing again, which is really exciting. There's lots of new folks in town. We're just really excited to welcome them all to the festival, to introduce people to what, a film festival is and what the Atlantic Canadian filmmaking is like.
You hear local filmmakers,
Yeah.
but filmmakers from all across North America and the world talk about the stunning areas where you can shoot in Nova Scotia. Maybe just tell me what Nova Scotia as a film location means to the Atlantic International Film Festival.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, we represent all the Atlantic provinces, but certainly a lot of work gets made right here in Nova Scotia, and we're really proud to celebrate that. And our local industry is really booming. One thing that recently happened is we've sort of extended some of our tax incentives or film incentives to people shooting in rural locations, particularly Cape Breton. As you know, there's some stunning locations there. There's some really amazing places to shoot, and people are really welcoming of the film industry. And we're just really happy to be on the receiving end of that work as well.
And having a established festival like this that has garnered such attention and people just love it so much, what does this festival mean to growing the film industry even further in this region?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really important component of, a vibrant film industry, is a place to celebrate the work that's being made here. There's a saying, you need to be big at home, to kind of make it outside of the region. So this is where we have some really, welcoming crowds, some really great fans, great audiences for local work. And that's where they start to win awards, which is really important as well. Obviously, you want to, build your CV as a filmmaker. You want to build your track record and your reputation. And that starts with having a strong festival in your region that you can play at, have big crowds at, get that great feedback from that audience, and ideally win some awards too.
It takes such a huge number of people to pull this off logistically, from administrative stuff to booking places like the Lord Nelson and venues. What is your role? What's the day-to-day like for you as executive director?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously I'm just, supervising in some capacity. It takes a lot of people. We have a big team. There's a lot of returning staff that have been working for the festival for a long, long time. We're really blessed in that way. And then there's always some new folks that join us too and bring their new ideas and new energies. My day to day, I'm helping people make decisions. I'm overall vision of the festival and looking at what other festivals are doing and what's happening in the industry at large, and just helping to steer the ship.
A couple more quick ones. What do the volunteers mean?
The volunteers, I mean, we couldn't do without the volunteers. There is an element of the festival experience that requires some extra folks on the ground. It's a great opportunity for volunteers too, to make connections. Often they are interested in filmmaking or the film industry themselves, or they just love movies. They get to watch movies for free as a result of volunteering their time. So we hope it's a nice trade-off. And we've had some volunteers that have been volunteering for decades.
September 11th to 18th. What do you want folks to know about the week of the Atlantic International Film Festival?
There's a lot to see. There's a lot to experience. The first 4 days are jam-packed. First 5 days, I should say, up until the end of the weekend. And then next week, Monday to Wednesday, we have a lot of repeat screenings, a lot of titles that you may have missed, and some new ones as well. So pace yourselves, but come out to as much as you possibly can.